beautiful day as it usually is here in Phoenix. Such a dramatic setting here in the Arizona desert. Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. It's Wednesday, hump day, and we're ready to bring you all the action. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. DA, take it away.
Well, guys, since Devin Booker's been in the pros, he's been able to show his ability to create. He said at Kentucky, all I shot was catch and shoot threes. I was fitting in with my team, playing off of others. But my dad always taught me the fundamentals. I don't want to rely on one thing. Being good at everything is how you earn your spot on the floor. Kevin?
He's doing it all, DA. Thanks. And now, in the first half of December, more games under our belt. The power rankings starting to take shape. Taking a look at Brooklyn, they're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And checking out the Grizzlies, they're moving in the wrong direction. The good news, though, it's still early in the season. A lot of games left to be played. Plenty of time to turn things around.
Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. Morant and Allen at the guard spots. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Clark in at the small forward position. And for the Suns, Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Ayton is out there with Shaq Diallo. And it's Bridges in at the 3 spot. Long season, Brent, halfway through. Some teams try to create camaraderie with team dinners and team trips, and I would think that would help.
Well, that helps with your personal savings. You're not spending.
Absolutely,
you're not spending your per diem.
No per diem spend.
Well, there's a tremendous article that was written last year about what it is that Greg Popovich created in San Antonio. Funny thing, when that article came out about the Spurs dinner culture, I had people that were calling me up going, you should read this. And I said, read it. I lived it. Are you kidding me? But absolutely, time like that, time where you have conversation, time in front of one another, where you learn about, hopefully you're learning about the vulnerabilities of your teammate, because in the end, that's what ends up making you stronger. So I think those kind of things help immensely.
Booker with no one around. A three-pointer off the mark. So for Phoenix, their last game, a loss to the Timberwolves. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
Knocks it loose. Morant with the steal. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Rubio looking it over. The pass to Booker. Ayton with it. Out to the right wing. Rubio, the pass to Booker. Just 5 on the clock. Bangs home the trifecta.
Catching and shooting with confidence. Devin Booker letting it fly.
The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Now here's Morant. 29 points for him last game against Golden State.
And he also looked to attack at the defensive end of the floor. 3 steals in that game.
Now here's Morant. And stolen by Ayton. Here we go, 1-on-1. Here's Booker. Offensive rebound.
I'm not sure where the lack of focus comes in there, Kevin. That's not like him. The defense is close, but there's enough space to score.
You love the energy and effort Morant provides, especially when he's on the break.
And here's Rubio. Really struggled in the loss against Minnesota. Pass to Diallo. Now Bridges, guarded by Jackson. Here's Bridges. 11 points for him in that last game against Minnesota. From deep three-point range, Phoenix keeping it alive with a new 14. And that one's good, Ayton.
Yeah, if Ayton can get in that kind of position, he can be a bully on the inside.
Now here's Morant, covered by Rubio. Morant kicks to Allen. Pulls up on the wing. The putback. It's good on the putback. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Now here's Booker. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Minnesota.
Yeah, but all around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one.
Grizzlies have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Now here's Morant, defended by Bridges. Clark for 3. It's hauled in by Diallo. Phoenix has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Pass to Ayton. Back to Rubio. Passes it to Booker. 6 on the shot clock. Over Jackson.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Allen drives in. Here's Morant. And it's blocked. And now the fast break. Bridges with the ball. Here's Booker. The 19-footer is on the money. Booker's got 5 now.
Booker doing a great job of taking advantage right now of the defense.
And it was made clear early on to Ricky Rubio that the Jazz were moving on from him. But Rubio quickly finds a home in Phoenix. 3-year deal for Rubio, who is a good fit with the Suns. Having a real point guard on the team like Rubio should be a huge boost.
Inside. Ayton inside. Jackson on him. And Ayton throws it down.
Yeah, no big guys dunking is easy, but it's still fun, Kevin. Ayton up there for the rim rocker.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Now here's Allen. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
When the player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
Here is Rubio. The Grizzlies making the shot. There's the pass to Diallo. Now here's Bridges, guarded by Jackson. Now here's Bridges. He's guarded closely. The shot, no good. Memphis trailing here. Now Morant. He's been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Rubio with it. Pass to Diallo. Now here's Bridges. Here's Ayton, and that one drops for him. 6 points for him.
He's a pretty high percentage shooter from there. Ayton's size and touch. It's a pretty tough combo to go against.
Now here's Morant, covered by Rubio. And it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. For 3, Booker buries the long-range jumper. Booker's got 8 points.
Booker right now finding some room out there behind the three-point line to get himself going.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And purely from a physical standpoint, Ja Morant has it all. The height, the long arms, the frame to put on more weight. And few players are more explosive athletically.
And with Morant, you not only get the physical attributes, Greg, you get the mental toughness and awareness.
Yeah, this kid loves to compete. The bigger the game, the bigger he plays. I think we're looking at a potential all-NBA performer when it's all said and done.
The first one falls. We know officials try to be as objective as possible, Brent. It does sometimes feel like we get superstar calls, though, correct?
I think there's absolutely superstar calls, Kevin. And, you know, the purist in me wants the referees to keep it fair. But understanding that the game is entertainment and understanding what it takes to be that level of player, every now and then seeing a guy like James Harden getting a few more free throws or watching Giannis find his way to the line a few more times, I shrug my shoulders and I say, yeah, I actually kind of get it.
Yeah, good examples. Now here's Booker. 8 points for him. Rejected by Crowder. On the wing, Brooks. Covered by Oubre. Pass to Valanciunas. Over Ayton. The Grizzlies with another miss.
The D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
No good from Booker.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
Here's Morant. Valanciunas trying to free himself up, and it's Morant missing. And here's Booker from the arc. Again, the miss by Booker.
And it's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
Jackson finds Valanciunas. Crowder against Oubre. Fades away. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. And so here's Phoenix. Saric outside. To the inside, Booker. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
Booker being very active right now on the offensive end. Terrific at getting the defense to knock him around on the way up.
And guys, the stellar development of Devin Booker continued last season. Still a firecracker on offense and took strides to improve his shot selection and, equally as important, his decision making.
Shooting two. No good on that one. And Greg, with Booker and his progress, you really see it in his playmaking.
And that is what the Suns want from him long term. They see him growing into the same vein as a player like James Harden, someone who can carry the load offensively and still make others better.
The Suns making a switch here. Kaminsky's checked in, and he's good on the second.
There's no doubt that Devin Booker possesses a lot of great talent. The question around the league is, when the team becomes competitive that he's playing with, can he consistently carry the load on his shoulders?
Now here's Crowder. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Here's Brooks, 5 on the clock, and stolen by Booker. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Saric has got the ball. Oubre can't get it to go.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Brooks, the pass to Crowder. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Fades and shoots. No good from Valanciunas. And here's Saric. He'll bring it up for the Suns. In the corner, it's Oubre. And it's off from three-point range. The Grizzlies have gotten 7 of their first 16 field goal attempts to go down here in the first. And Valanciunas kicks to Jones. Here's Crowder. And again, Memphis no good. The Suns leading. Here's Sharch. That shot off the mark. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Outer dishes to Jackson. Knocked away. Brooks outside. The kick out to Crowder. Outside, Jones. Second shot opportunity. Good D by Booker. Phoenix has gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. There's the triple. Connects from three-point range. Booker's got 12 in the game.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
And you can't be careless around Saric. When he's on you, he is looking to send that one back. Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
And out of Marquette, Jay Crowder, a sturdy two-way wing player.
A great system player and glue guy. He had his best years with the Celtics. On the final year of this contract, a great value considering what he brings to the table.
And he can't get the first one. Brent, certain players make everyone around them better. Talk about some of those guys who will do that at the very highest level.
The interesting thing about today's game, Kevin, is it's not always the point guard position. I think in the past we thought two ways. The point guard, who has the ball in his hands, finding guys for them to make shots. And then through the 80s and 90s, it was low post players who were getting double teams and initiating some offense. Yes. Nowadays, it's a lot of wing guys. And it's guys like Kawhi Leonard, it's guys like LeBron James, Kevin Durant. Throw Draymond Green in there with his ability to pass the ball. Jokic in there with his ability to pass the ball. It's all happening around the three-point line and getting into the gaps. So they look a little bit different, the initiators, in today's game.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Johnson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Sharch outside. .110 left to play here in the first. Booker outside. Shoots over Crowder. Sharch passes to Kaminsky. Sharch dishes to Kaminsky.
All right, a moment to see the stats for Jonas Valanciunas. Just an incredible month of basketball. Averaging about 15 points, 16 rebounds, and over 2.5 blocks. And when it all comes together for him, this is what he's capable of.
Yeah, this is what his coaches have been waiting for that light bulb to turn on. And right now, it is burning bright. He looks fantastic.
First free throw is good.
And when it came to three-point efficiency last year, somewhat surprisingly, Phoenix was dead last.
Well, you see the overall average there, and it's because the guys who handle the ball a ton didn't shoot it all that well. Booker shot under 33%. So did Tyler Johnson. So did Kelly Oubre after he came over in the trade. So maybe a new offensive system will help these guys find more consistency in that area.
54 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Now here's Jones. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Kicks it to Crowder. Johnson with the block.
Well, Tyler Johnson getting up fast to block that one.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Here's Kaminsky. Almost, but it rolls out. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Jackson, that's good.
He's just an aggressive player. I mean, what can I say? He's going to put on more muscle, but he's in attack mode, and he's scoring through contact.
Booker against Anderson. And here's Booker from deep. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall.
Good positioning. Anderson outstanding at staying in front of his man and using his length and contesting.
And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for Phoenix. We witnessed him delivering a series of three-pointers as he notched 3 total in the quarter. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Versatility is so important in today's NBA. That works just fine for combo guard Tyler Johnson.
I don't really limit myself to one position. I feel like I can guard both positions. Being able to do that, I feel like I'll have the capability to fill in when needed.
And with all the switching we see teams, Greg, employing right now, that defensive versatility is highly prized, highly valuable.
And Johnson, an excellent athlete. He's got the tools to impact the game both offensively and defensively.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And from what we've seen, guys, from Phoenix, what do you guys see?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
Just playing some real gritty defense right now, just getting up in bodies and forcing a lot of turnovers.
We've got Aaron Baines. Tyler Johnson is out there with Devin Booker. Then it's Dario Saric, and it's Kaminsky in at the 4 spot. So that's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter.
Well, for Josh Jackson, not really the sophomore season he was hoping for. Didn't take a major leap forward and saw him fighting for reserve minutes at times.
Now here's Kaminsky. He kicks it to Booker. Here's the 3. Crowder pulls it in. Crowder's got 4 rebounds in this game. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jaren Jackson Jr. is the son of an NBA player. And I'm so old, I covered his dad in college. Growing up, his parents let him find his passion, but the game was always in his genes. Jackson Jr. said, "I've always prided myself on being more than just a basketball player, but I can't deny my laser focus on the sport." Kevin, he's following in his father's footsteps, but looking to create his own legacy.
Terrific mentor, but he's just getting started, David. Thank you. And with Jackson, Greg, they just need to see more from him.
The upside, it's still there for Jackson, but nothing is guaranteed in the NBA. He needs to keep working on his game to live up to the lofty draft expectations.
And this is what the schedule looks like coming up for Phoenix. On Saturday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the San Antonio Spurs. Then on Monday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the Portland Trailblazers.
And for that game against the Thunder, this is a game that they are expected to win. But sometimes those are the kind of games where you get a little bit sloppy and start looking ahead. Either way, they'll need to put in tremendous effort to walk away with the victory. Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Suns trail by 6. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Johnson outside. Good on the three-point shot. Johnson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. Some changes for Phoenix. Mikal Bridges checked in for Booker. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Johnson. Jaren Jackson, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Allen comes in for Josh Jackson. Allen surveying the D. Passes it to Jones. Left side Crowder. And again, Memphis no good. And here's Saric. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. They trail by 3. They host the Spurs after this one. And that'll be the third of the 4 straight at home. Grizzlies have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
The Grizzlies shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
Ayton, he's checked in for Phoenix. Allen, no good on the free throw. Greg, a new look roster for the Grizzlies. They got a lot more athletic this past summer.
Well, John Moran and Brandon Clark, their first-round picks, 2 of the more explosive players in the draft. The Grizzlies last in the league in pace last season. They may have cause to accelerate that tempo this year. The Grizzlies have been a winning team for most of the last decade. Injuries snapped their playoff streak back in 18, but the silver lining, a top draft pick they used to select Jaren Jackson.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Yeah, it's good to see him with his free throw percentage up over 80.
And that one falls for Jackson. And in his rookie season, Jaren Jackson, the youngest player in the league, he seemed NBA ready.
And already he impacts the game on both ends of the floor. A ton of upside with this young man. He's already helping the Grizz win games.
And so Jackson nails both of them. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Here's Rubio. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game.
Good intensity on defense. Kyle Anderson using the length that time and timing it well to get the rejection.
Suns trail by 7. Sharch finds Rubio. Here's Baines. And there's the pass to Sharch. Now Bridges. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Just 5 to shoot. Phoenix needs to get off a shot. Here's Ayton. And too long on the shot.
And they continue to control the glass. That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the boards.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
And stolen by Ayton. And now the Suns, a fast break. Sharch has the open look. The rebound by Anderson. And the Grizzlies leading by 5. Jones, the pass to Jackson. The Grizzlies with another miss. Phoenix has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Got that bucket in no time at all. Rubio's got 5 points so far.
Pretty much not a player in the league is going to pass up a shot like that so much for the defense.
Here's Jones, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Look at all the coaching changes that the Suns have had through the years, and some of these young players have heard a lot of voices. 7 in the last 8 years, and the team's performance has shown that kind of inconsistency with up and down seasons.
Grizzlies have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight. He's off on the first. And all the system changes have really affected the Suns scouting department.
Really difficult to fill out a roster when you've got coaching changes and philosophies that come about, and some guys simply just don't fit. So maybe they settle in here, find the right guys to do the right things, and get themselves back into the playoffs.
Now here's Saric. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. 5 on the clock. Here's Rubio. It's rebounded by Memphis.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Allen finds Crowder. Anderson against Saric. Bridges, no one around him. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Memphis leading by 3. Jones with it. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Here's Jackson, and that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got 3 assists tonight.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Now, here's Rubio. 5 points in the game. Ayton wide open. From outside, off the mark. Looking at Memphis, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Warriors in San Francisco. Very pretty alley-oop layup. Crowder's got the lead up to 7 now for the Grizzlies.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one,
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Here's Rubio. A floater. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Rubio. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Booker.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games, and he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Sheck Diallo, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. And Kelly Oubre subbed in for Saric. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Clark, he's checked in for Jay Crowder. Brooks comes in for Kyle Anderson. And it's Morant in for Jones. Allen, that's good.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
And here are the Suns now, following the score by Memphis. Oubre outside. Here's Rubio. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Pass to Brooks. Oubre with the steal. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That is his first foul of the game. Now, here's Rubio. 5 points in the game. Pass to Ayton. Oubre outside. Suns keep it alive. Here's Diallo.
A beast defensively. Clark's reach and high motor is what makes him effective at blocking shots.
Rubio with a wide open look. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net. Memphis leading by 7. And here's Morant. He's got 6 on the wing. Jackson. It's Allen on the wing. Defended by Bridges. Allen kicks to Jackson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Phoenix grabs the miss. Diallo's got 4 rebounds now tonight. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Next up on the docket, the Bucks following this one. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. Kept alive. And the rejection by Jackson. And it's Morant. That time on the assist by Allen. That's now 8 points for Ja Morant. Suns trail by 9. Rubio, the pass to Diallo. Back to Rubio. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Memphis. Jackson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. The Suns shooting 27%. The offense is just embarrassing themselves. 13 feet away. Second chance shot. And the rejection by Jackson.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Allen dishes to Clark. Back to Allen. Launches a three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Allen's got the lead up to 12 now for the Grizzlies.
Monty Williams, in his first stint with the Phoenix Suns, was a sought-after hire as a front office personnel member, was with the Spurs before going to Philadelphia, and has been a head coach in the league. Remember his days back in New Orleans with the Pelicans and a young Anthony Davis. So Monty, experienced, and is going to bring that to the desert. I've not seen him shoot this poorly, guys, in a game this season.
No good from Clark. Ball's knocked loose, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You take a look at the Grizzlies. They've had a very slow start to the season so far, down in the bottom half of the conference. And, of course, the Suns tied up with them.
And, guys, when you look at Memphis, they've fallen all too quickly down to that spot at the bottom of the standings. If any team needed a bright start, it was them.
Yeah, with the quality of a lot of teams they're now staring up at, it's going to be difficult for them to bounce back from this kind of start and make a huge climb up the standings.
And that experience you're talking about with Monty Williams, it's why the Suns wanted him.
Well, Monty's experience in a lot of levels in this league, as an assistant coach, as a head coach, being in the front office, part of player development. That's an amazing calming influence for this young Phoenix Suns team to grow with.
Here's Morant following the basket by DeAndre Ayton. At the elbow, it's Allen. Passes it to Morant. Outside for Jackson. Over Ayton. Jackson misses. Suns trail by 10. Oubre passes to Diallo. In the corner, it's Bridges. Here's Ayton. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, the defense respects Ayton's ability to score, especially from that area on the floor. He becomes dangerous.
Phoenix making some changes. Frank Kaminsky, he's checked in for Diallo. Booker comes in for Mikal Bridges. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Ricky Rubio. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Memphis. Jackson comes in for Grayson Allen. Now here's Jackson. He has 5. Kicks to Clark. Brooks outside. It's deflected.
Oh, man, 7-1. Not a good idea to challenge Ayton there.
The Suns trailing. Johnson surveying the floor. Now the pass to Kaminsky. And here's Oubre. And the Suns miss again.
Well, whether the shots are wide open or contested, he is just having no luck right now, guys, with anything.
And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
The rugged toughness of Morant. Excellent at fighting through there and capitalizing in style.
The Grizzlies have made 7 free throws and missed 3 in this game.
And this kid, Ja Morant, came out of nowhere, under-recruited in high school, showed some promise in that first year of college, but boy, did he blow up.
Now here's Johnson. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Jackson misses. Booker against Brooks. Looking to end his cold spell. And no good. But close on that one, so he'll shoot 2. The Suns have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. And that one is off. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies going into the break with a 10-point lead. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. Back to the action after this word.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. For the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. Their largest deficit of the period was just 4 points. They were right there within shouting distance the entire time. With an excellent team performance in the second quarter, they were able to push ahead, scoring easily and defending with a lot more intensity, pushing out to a 10-point lead here at the half. What'd you think, Shaq, about the first half we saw from the Grizzlies?
The area where they impressed me the most has been on the boards. When the shot's gone up, everybody goes for it. Just a matter of maintaining that energy, playing with that same kind of aggression in the final 2 quarters.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Phoenix?
They need to make major adjustments on the offense. Whatever their game plan was going into this game, scrap it. It's not been effective. The shots they were taking were not good shots. They need to find a way to spring guys open where they can shoot a better percentage.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Memphis leading by 10. Our second half of basketball and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant now in at the guard spots. And it's Clark in at the 3. So it's the Grizzlies now. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Morant kicks to Clark. To the wing right side. With the fadeaway. And there's Valanciunas on the assist by Morant. 8 points for Valanciunas.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
Suns trail by 10. Pass to Booker. He dishes it to Rubio. Back to Booker. Over Allen. No good from Booker.
Talk about hurting your team. I mean, he just can't get anything to go out there.
And it's Morant missing.
Well, the D's so tight on him, it makes him alter his shot. And an easy chance turns into a tough one because the defense is swarming.
Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Here's Clark. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Valanciunas. Misses off the right iron. And it's Rubio with the ball for the Phoenix Suns. 8-point game. No good from Booker.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Tries to keep it alive. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession. Well, always interesting to check out the first-year stars of the NBA. And on that list are the rookies who have been almost automatic from the field this past month. Fourth, Ja Morant.
And his confidence is going to keep growing if he continues shooting like he has over the past month.
Now, here's Rubio. 9 points in the game so far. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Back to Bridges. To the paint. He hangs. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Well, the Grizzlies coaching search took 2 months. They finally settled on Taylor Jenkins, a former assistant coach with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Jenkins, with an economics degree from Penn, fits the young academic profile of this Memphis front office. Worked for the Spurs 6 years as an assistant under Mike Budenholzer, who was the coach of the year in 2019. That pedigree helped him get the job.
To the middle. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Well, that's a shot he can hit. If you give it to him, you need a little more energy on defense that next trip down.
Here's Jackson, and that one good. Jackson's got 8 points.
You see the court awareness Morant has. Outstanding at keeping his teammates involved with good looks.
Suns trail by 5. Pass to Diallo. Morant with the steal. And here we go. Morant heading to the... Oh, wow!
Yeah, that's fire right there. Morant practicing for the dunk contest. I see you, young fella.
The Suns have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Rubio outside. Near the three-point line, it's Booker. The shot that time, not on target. And Memphis the other way now.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And the Suns last year, second to last in defensive rating.
Well, a lot of that was points off of turnovers. They just could not take care of the basketball. A lot of teams feasting on young players and inexperienced players getting a lot of minutes for the Phoenix Suns.
And that one falls for Clark.
The potential is there. For Clark, it's about expanding the range so that it makes him more versatile offensively.
Aaron Baines, he's checked in for the Suns. Sharch comes in for Bridges. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Jake Crowder's checked in for Jaren Jackson. And it's Kyle Anderson in for Grayson Allen. When people talk about a player's mileage limit, do you think total games is the most accurate assessment in that?
I don't think so, Kevin.
What is it?
It's the amount of minutes that the players play.
Yeah.
I mean, there are plenty of studies out there that teams are digging around on when players reach. And trust me, they got to be lucky, but you're talking 35,000, 40,000 minutes in the league. That the body is just not capable at that point of replicating the things that it's done year in and year out. So forget about the games. Go to total minutes played. That's where you'll find the biggest fall off for some of your favorite players that have amused and entertained you for years.
Interesting. Here's Booker. The Grizzlies making the shot. Suns moving the ball around. Baines finds Rubio. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Rubio's got 13.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Passes to Crowder. Takes the three. Sinks the three-pointer. Crowder's got the lead up to 12 now for the Grizzlies. The Suns have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Now, here's Rubio. Not a lot of room. Saric. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Now here's Morant. He's guarded by Diallo. And that one's good. Morant.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Here is Rubio. He's got 13. Saric outside. The pass to Booker. 6 to shoot. Takes the 12-footer and hits. 15 points in the game.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Morant passes to Valanciunas. Baines with the block. Down low, here's Booker, and the Suns tack on 2 more.
He looks to score all the time, and easy ones there for Booker.
Morant passes to Valanciunas. It's good. And the Grizzlies lead by 12.
And he's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
Phoenix has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Booker looking around. Over Anderson. No good from Booker. Grizzlies have gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. And Crowder slams it in.
Anderson has great vision as a point forward. Exceptional court awareness.
For Phoenix, they've gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. To the middle, here's Diallo. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Morant passes to Crowder. And Crowder slams it in.
Now, lead passes like that are so hard to defend. He never had to break his stride. So full speed, 2 points.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
So for the Suns, Frank Kaminsky, he's checked in for Shaq Diallo. Kelly Oubre comes in for Saric. And it's Johnson in for Ricky Rubio. Memphis also making some changes. Jackson, he's checked in for Clark. Dylan Brooks comes in for Anderson. And Jones subbed in for Morant. They get it back.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
Yeah, it's almost like he's got a magnet on that ball here tonight. He's in the right spot all the time.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
And here are the Suns now, following the score by Memphis. Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
And Jackson is working right now, working hard and overwhelming his opponent.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Suns. They trail by 18. And there's the call on Jones. That's his first foul. Now Johnson. The dish to Oubre. "13 feet away, and it's good. 2 points.
Okay, that was a sweet move. Oubre, the lefty, hard to read off the bounce.
Last season, we saw Kelly Oubre get traded to the Suns. That was a surprise success for both him and the team.
Oubre came in and gave the Suns that defensive spark they so desperately needed.
The long arms, he can get in the passing lanes, and he plays with tremendous energy, and they love it.
For Memphis, they have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Crowder. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
And the foul called on Tyus Jones. That's foul number 2 for him. Johnson against Jones. Booker outside. That one falls, coming off the Johnson feet. 19 points for Devin Booker.
I just really like how Tyler distributes the basketball, skilled at quickly getting the ball over to the open man.
Pass to Brooks. And it's Devin Booker with the rebound.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
And Brent, for all the success Booker has had as an individual, he's ready to focus on winning.
Well, focus on winning is one thing, but first focus on leadership, as this team has a new coaching staff, an opportunity with a lot of young talent. Devin Booker is the guy a lot of people are looking towards to make sure that Phoenix rises and finds a way into the playoffs.
Now here's Jackson. He's got 7. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Frank Kaminsky picks one up.
And Josh Jackson has the ability to just ignite and dart in that time, getting aggressive and getting the foul call.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Jackson.
You think about Josh Jackson and maybe him collecting 1 terabyte of information about how it is that Kawhi Leonard goes about his business. Great size, great length, great versatility. A good guy for Josh Jackson to look up to.
No good on the second free throw. Suns trail by 16. Here's Booker. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. Booker's got 9 points in the quarter.
Well, the defense knows Devin Booker, when he's in a rhythm, can be problematic.
Brooks outside. Pass to Valanciunas. The Grizzlies with another miss. Phoenix has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Oubre can't get it to go.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Here's Johnson after the made shot from Jay Crowder. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Here's Baines. Sinks that one from the post. Now a timeout called by Memphis. And whether or not he's making shots, you have to love what Kelly Oubre brings on defense.
Yeah, the versatility on the defensive end, maybe to a point, Kevin, where he can guard the 1 through 4 position, has this coaching staff excited.
Ayton, he's checked in for Phoenix. Then for the Grizzlies, Jackson, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas, and Allen subbed in for Jones. And the Grizzlies leading by 14. Allen outside. Pass to Jackson. Dishes it to Brooks. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got 14, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And the shot's good from Crowder.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Johnson with it. We've got 1:23 left in the third. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. The Suns making a switch here. Bridges checks in.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And that one falls for Jackson. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Phoenix. 19-point game. Here's Ayton. Tries again. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Jay Crowder.
Assertive from Ayton, wanting to score often and then forcing the D right there at his size to foul him.
Last season, the Suns made DeAndre Ayton the #1 overall pick in the draft. They had no hesitation, Greg, in making that call.
And when a player like Ayton, who was in the Rookie of the Year convo from the get-go, is available, you have to take him. Not only is the upside sky high for Ayton, but he was an impact player from day one for the Suns.
And the first one drops.
And when you watch DeAndre Ayton, you really are just floored by how he moves. The amount of speed and agility he has for a player as solid as Ayton is doesn't come around very often.
Ayton hits them both.
2018, the first name called in the draft was one DeAndre Ayton out of Arizona. This guy is going to be around for a long time.
Now here's Allen. 9 points in the game so far. Outside Crowder. Right side Jackson. 5 to shoot. Rebound by the Suns. There's 38 seconds left in the third quarter. And it's Oubre off the drive, and it's in there. Oubre's got his second bucket of the night.
Oubre does a great job there. Finds an avenue, slinks his way in there, and then jumps over the top.
Allen against Oubre. Left side Jackson. There's the lob to Jackson. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 10.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Ayton in the high post. And the rejection by Jackson. And so it's Memphis out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels, and it's gotten them up big. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And how about a look now at our assist of the game, brought to you by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, Greg, is peripheral vision.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. We've got Kaminsky. Bridges out there with Johnson. Then there's Ayton. And it's Oubre in at the small forward. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Now here's Johnson. The pass to Ayton. Shoots over Morant. They get it again. Oubre can't cash in from close range. And the Grizzlies leading by 17. Allen kicks to Morant. Back to Allen for 3. He can't hit that time. So Phoenix will take it the other way. For 3, Bridges. And again, it's the Suns missing. And for Memphis, they're shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. And Crowder gets it to go on the assist by Jackson. Crowder's got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Grizzlies. Johnson outside.
Like how Johnson gets into the post. Good at executing in the paint that time.
Here's Morant. Left side Jackson. Inside. Here's Crowder. Jackson trying to break free. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Oubre, no one around him. Wide open shot is on the money.
And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the second.
Outside Jackson. Pass to Morant. Trying to get open is Crowder. Good D by Johnson.
I think he rushed that one just a little bit, thinking the defense was going to get close. They weren't.
And the shot goes in. And it's 7 points for Mikal Bridges.
He was sitting back a little bit there in the first half, but feels like showtime now, and he's ready to put some major points up on the board.
And the dunk by Jackson.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Timeout called, the Suns.
And Tyler Johnson, a guy that can come off the bench and explode in terms of some scoring and change the pace of the game.
Some changes for Phoenix. Diallo, he's checked in for Frank Kaminsky. Saric comes in for Oubre. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Johnson. And Memphis also making a switch. Clark's checked in. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I had a chance to listen to what Monty Williams discussed with his players. He is not pleased, and he told them they have to make a push right now. He said, look, we got to make a move, or I've got to pull the plug. Pretty blunt stuff, Kevin. Back to you.
And with the role change for Johnson, Brent, he adjusted well.
He did adjust well, and now here in Phoenix, you wonder how the new coaching staff is going to use him. He's a change of pace player, left-handed, strong and aggressive. Be interesting to see how this year he makes some jumps in his game.
Here is Rubio. The Grizzlies making the shot. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Jackson. Pass to Clark. Fast break Memphis. Morant with a wide open look with the putback. And the second chance effort by Jackson.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
Passes it to Ayton. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter. The pass to Saric. Over Clark. Saric, that's good. Now here's Morant. Pass to Allen. Here's Clark. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Jackson dishes to Clark. Clock at 6. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists now in this one.
And I love that range there from Clark. At this point in his development, it's not as daunting as trying to be a consistent three-ball shooter.
Now, here's Rubio. Ayton controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Sweet timing on that play as Ayton up there and ripping it down.
Allen against Bridges. Pass to Morant. Puts up a three. Rebound by the Suns. Ayton's got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place. To the paint. Here's Bridges. Drops in the layup for two. Bridges has got 9 points now in just the second half.
Well, that just scrambled the defense all kinds of ways with that great initial pass.
Saric against Jackson. He kicks to Clark. Three-pointer on the way. They get it back. He can't get that one. Suns trail by 15. Here's Bridges. Score the basket, his 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 makes.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
Passes it to Allen. Here's Clark. Defended by Bridges. Shoots from the line. No good from Clark.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there, Kevin. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
And the pass to Ayton. Rubio outside. Fires the three. Grizzlies with the rebound. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead.
Yeah, the three-pointer has not been his weapon in this one. He had 1 in the first quarter and still 0 here in the second.
Easy to appreciate the physicality that Clark plays with. This is what earns him those calls.
Valanciunas, who's checked in for Memphis.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
And one difference this half is that when they get to the line, they're converting.
Booker, he's checked in for Saric. And so Clark nails both of them.
And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
And here's Rubio. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
Yeah, and the work they've done at the line has been impressive here in the second half.
Bridges against Allen. Bridges passes to Diallo. He gets it in there.
And I like how he draws the attention on the inside, and then the nice little kick out in rhythm for the jumper.
To the inside, Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
2017, Josh Jackson picked 4th overall, and he's going to grow up quickly in this league.
Suns trail by 14. Booker the pass to Bridges. And here is Ayton, defended by Allen. Ayton kicks to Booker. And the 3 off target.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Tries again. Jackson. Booker pulls it in. Phoenix has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Here's Rubio. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You know, for all the talk about Rubio's passing, I think one thing that gets overlooked
is his defense. Both his on the ball and defensive rebounding are very strong for the point guard position.
And he makes the first. Jay Crowder's checked in for Josh Jackson. Both free throws good from Rubio. Here's Morant. To the paint. Here's Crowder. Kicks to Valanciunas. Over Ayton. And it's Valanciunas that time on the assist from Crowder. Crowder's got 3 assists now in this one. And it's Rubio with the ball for the Suns. They trail by 14. Good work defensively by Crowder. For Memphis, they've gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the fourth. That's about 43%. Inside, and Crowder slams it in.
You know, didn't need 2 hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next time. The Suns have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the fourth, exactly 50%. Pass to Diallo. He dishes it to Bridges. Pass to Booker. Shot clock at 5. Passes it to Diallo. Over Allen. They grab their own miss.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take. I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
For 3, Booker. It's Clark with the rebound. Clark's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And still looking for his first triple of the second half. He had 3 at halftime.
Here's Rubio. Booker outside. And there's the pass to Ayton. Fires top of the key. Yep, that one goes. Rubio's got 4 points in the quarter.
That's a good find from Ayton, understanding the defensive scheme, and he just waited for his teammate to be open.
Allen passes to Clark. Makes it off the glass. Clark's got 12 points here in the second half.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Now Rubio. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Down low, poked loose. High post Allen. He's guarded by Booker.
Clearly a foul.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Jackson's checked in. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Suns trail by 17. Here's Bridges. It's Clark with the rebound. Clark's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pass to Valanciunas. And stolen by Diallo. Rubio with it. He kicks it to Booker. Over Allen. No good from Booker.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
1:49 left in the fourth quarter. Allen inside, defended by Booker. Allen's shot is off. The Suns shooting about 43% here in the fourth quarter. Takes a three. Rubio misses. And the Grizzlies leading by 17.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Grizzlies.
Great, generous ball movement tonight. A thing of beauty.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort. They got everyone involved.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And they're able to even the score of this series at a game apiece. Still, 2 more to go in the season series.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Jay Crowder.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
A platoon swap here for Phoenix. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Caboclo's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Jay Crowder comes in for Jackson. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Clark. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Morant. And Allen drops them both. A lot of missing stats from the 60s and 70s, but if we could go back and look at those actual numbers, any players you think would really be catching our eye in terms of, wow, I didn't know that guy was that good, or he's better than I thought he was?
Well, don't we always look at the incredible, mind-boggling numbers of Wilt Chamberlain
yes,
and think, what was that guy doing?
Yeah.
And we don't even have half of it.
No.
So Wilt Chamberlain comes to mind first. What I think about Kevin when that question comes up is how many great players through the 70s and also really through the 80s, because the three-point line wasn't accentuated enough, missed the opportunity to be even greater scorers. I mean, Jerry West with a three-point line.
Can you imagine that?
You got to be kidding me. So there's a lot of gap of those players, too, that also because of changes in rules and because the three-point line wasn't in, that we would be talking about in terms of nostalgia and their accomplishments with a much different voice.
Even someone as recent as Jordan, with the rules the way they are now.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable.
With the openness of the floor and what Michael could do, as if he wanted to prove he could do more.
Exactly. Here's Melton. Frank Kaminsky making his last shot. Crowder kicks to Allen. Just 5 on the clock. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. Anderson against Johnson. Here's Kaminsky. And the defense really pressing up on him. Made that a tough shot. Here's Melton. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Jonas, you have a lot on you in terms of patrolling the paint. How do you think you're doing?
I feel good. You know, there is a better game, there is a worse game, but, you know, I'm bringing energy every game. I'm fighting, and my job is take rebounds, set a screens. I'm doing that job.
It's grunt work, but you're good at it. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So long.